This is a 200-point exhibition game between the premier wizard of the DC universe, Mordru, one of the most, if not the most, powerful wizards in the DC universe, from a place called Gemworld, where there are feminine-like anthropomorphic beings, each named for mineral compounds beyond that subtext of volatile reality entertainment information of the mortal world, such as amethyst and opal and pearl and garnet. And the place is called Gemworld, if this did not mention that already. Who gets sued? Steven or DC Universe? Or the DC? Interesting. And in the other Unkan Kona Unaya Nalko, whatever. It's not that. It is the 200-point Wonder Woman with mystics from the set with Apollo and all the other Greek gods in it. But a die-cast or a stainless steel 3D rendered model of Lindsay Singh playing Wonder Woman from the epic rap battles of history. No, I'm joking. That's not what this is. It'd be funny if she's watching this. She's like, what? My name is Beatty. Anyhow, we're going to assign them their character-coded tokens. We give Wonder Woman the yellow, and we're going to give Mordru Magonian. That's right. Rolling for initiative. That is for Mordru. I'm going to give you 8. And Wonder Woman is going to get... 4 plus 1 equals 5. Mordru will be going first. And now, Wonder Woman. Where do we put Wonder Woman? Let's have you look around. Wonder Woman gets us a token if she's outnumbered, but she's not outnumbered, and she will likely never be outnumbered in this game. That may not work out so well. So let's have you put you here, center. Take a look around the center of the map. Put you here. It's a human person. Protons. That's gonna put you in this. Take out this one. Put in that one. We're also in this zone. I'm gonna take out this one. And put in that one. Any other zones they should know about? No. That is it for Team The Mascara. Even though there's only one character from The Mascara. The Mascara. What ancient Greek text did you pull that one from? The Misogyny? Wonder Woman. Want to check Wonder Woman zones. I need to check here. That is where Wonder Woman is. Only Wonder Woman in there. Anybody else? Anybody else care to perturb a goddess? No? Nobody in there? Nobody? Yeah, nobody's... People are smart today. Staying clear of Wonder Woman. That includes these 3 are part of this zone. Here. Here. Dun, dun, dun. Right there, and these 3. Within that, the border is implying a geometrical, rectangular figure of the linear geometrical precedent. Doing this implies the border of the area for this object. And we check this, which is really here, these 3 of that column transposed across these zones to these 3, and then also this, not including these. For what you would see if you were in here. From the hallway, the vestibule is not... Right. Wonder Woman is not outnumbered. We're not going to give you any tokens. You're still a goddess. You still get to run around. What is your movement like? 10 movement, charge, flurry. You have charge, flurry, and sidestep. Oh, that's bollocks. All you need is exploit weakness. All you need is exploit weakness. And you exploit your enemy's guts. Ooh. Evisceration. So we can go 10. Let's go 3 up here. Check this zone. I'm gonna go 3. No one in there. Let's fly and check if there's anyone up here. So let's go up 1 and over. No, you have to go 4. Go up 4 and over 1. So that's an additional 4. Well, we only moved 2 to get here. Now that's a total of 6 squares and 3 over. Checking up here. No. Giant hiding up there. Right up there. So we took 6. Yes, 6 in total. And we can make another 4. Try to land. This is 3 high. I'm gonna then go back to the ground. We're 4 high. We have 4 left. Can go back down to the ground and 4 over. Let's end over here. On the way there, what do we see? I'm going to see this zone. Wait, first we should check these, because these squares... this is what this game was like without this board. It was just, there was squares on a map. It's just, are you here, 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 are you here? And then eventually somebody would say that, yes, I'm over there. I'm behind the leg. I'm behind the leg. But now, there are objects. There's poignancy, beauty, design. Recording must record, must record. It's the Stanley Parisian Accord. No one shall interfere. Look at that. Look at this. See that? It's quick. There's quick, and there's silence. There's stealth, anticipation. You left in apprehension of being discovered. Well, you should, because I'm going to find you, and I'm going to apprehend you. No one will escape the congeal. Virus convia. Don't get sued. Don't get, whatever you do. So we check that. Now we're going to check this zone. We're also going to see this zone. We already checked all those squares, and we're going to check these squares, so we don't need to check this zone, because this zone is consisting of squares that you can see. If you can see this zone, all of these squares... Stay closed, fool! And this zone, you don't need to check it. BD4, check it. No one there. But there will be someone there. And we're going to stop in that... Where has it gone? Didn't leave it open. We started here. 2 over, 1 6 over, then we went 1 over, then 4 down here, and there. Good night. And we'll be able to see these on the way there. We're going through here. These 2 are blocked by this blocking terrain. No point we would have to be over here to see these. You can see those. No one in there. If you're not hiding in there, Mordru, it'll be a while till it finds you. Though it suspects that that is the point. See these 6 squares? The linear graphical area occupancy precedent. It's the precedent. Pressing. We need pressing. Can you see? This cannot see that square from here. And that might be all. We can see this. See this zone. Check that one. This from this square. The zone is from here, this square, all the way to here across that row. I'm gonna check it. No one. He's flown the coop. He's pulling a John Doe. I'm going to turn you into dough. Change your state of approaching diagramless electrochemical bond. Hope you're ready to be weak electrochemically bonded. Go bond. Ooh, it's Parappa the Rapper, Fatty Princess.
I'm the guy from Killzone.
Dun.
War never changes.
That is how I play Just the Tip. I have to kill you first. I don't know what that game is or how you play it, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it's played. Hoo, combo! Diana's turn. Check all of Diana's zones. Team Themyscira. Diana only. Only you. So that's anything. You are in here. Only Diana in there. Have that we have one more action without having to clear. We're gonna try to fly over this and then start checking these. So we're going to that we need to be 4 high. This is 3 high, 4 high. We're gonna fly over here. So we'll be moving 4 and 3 over. And check this. Body in here. Nobody in there. And that's 6, that's 9. We have one more. We can check this one. Mordrew's in here. Mordrew is in this zone. Oh, if he was a giant. This should have been able to see him once this flew. This doesn't have a. This hasn't engineered a way to see giant characters over elevated terrain yet. We need a way that you can't see him here if he's small, but you can see him there if he's a giant, only if you fly. It must have been crouching. He's a sneaky guy. He's going to start opening these. And it's the laughter, all of the way we were. Do, 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 do. It's the laughter. It's computers and digital technology, semiconducting transistors. Computers have lowbrow tactics on the quantum entanglement. Oh, 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 mathematics. Hey, we found you in there. Let's keep searching. Because when you need to, it will reduce the hedonic wheel of the effort required to search through these zones. And when you have to, it won't seem so bad. Dun, dun, dun. At least that's this person's assumption. Hedonic wheel time. That's this zone. Oh, check that. That's enough there. All right, no one's in there. We're in this one. Oh, we used all of the movement, I think. Oh, we can we have one more movement and then sidestep. To a total of 3. I don't think that's enough to get next to him. And he has giant reach. As a giant. Can he charge? He has a range of 8, and I don't have range. So this stops here, he can shoot. Let's hide behind this thing, and then come back out afterward. Let's sneak up on him. here, here. We're in this zone. We can check this zone out. Probably won't find anyone there. Nope, we do not. Take pegs out of here. Put them in here. Put them here. Here. Any other zones? No. No. Not in here either. That's the peg. That's the steeple. Here's the gazebo. Pray for mercy. Can we see anything? We can see this square. This is not, there's no wall. There's a wall here, preventing from seeing these three. There's no wall here. Open that. No one in there. You can also see this square. No. And this square. That's it. So we would have used 10 full movement to get here, then we sidestepped behind that thing. Wonder Woman. That, and we found you standing there. And we decided to complete 10 movement and sidestep over here. Hopefully they don't notice these action tokens sticking out. Do you know it's Wonder Woman's turn now, and we search all the zones that are pertinent that this suspects this character may have placed its own pegs into, and it did, for Wonder Woman's peg is in that zone. Oh yeah, any other squares I think we can see. This one, the scanners. And this one also we can perceive that one. Not any of the ones inside the room other than that one. But now that we've searched all of those, the suspects we can see on a diagonal. This will search through the day, you know, hoping to find a more Drew. Oh yeah, I'll find you like a mountain lion attempting to pronounce words that refer to pouncing on a prey. And when it finds you, it will destroy you with extreme prejudice. See all of these. Yes, there is not a square of blocking terrain that is closer to the square and that is of the specific, that is close to the specific other context of squares and parts of the perimeter of the squares that would indicate that they are of the sort that block line of sight. There. Let's set it. The quadrilateral translucent Greek firefly platypi. I can definitely see these. These all have that common part of the perimeter of the geometrical figure, part of the perimeter. Do this. That's right. It's the ray. Ray of dawn. Ray on A. Ray on A. Check them. This one? Oh, that's the one that's of the area linear precedent of occupation precedent. That is, has parts of its perimeter closer to the parts of the perimeter of the quadrilateral geometrical translucent Greek firefly lids that are further from blocking terrain or edge of the board than the other parts of the other quadrilateral geometrical structure of translucent Greek firefly canopy lid containing no one in any of them. We could sidestep and move around here to see if he's over there. Then we won't be able to sidestep later. At this juncture, being able to make most of the move incipient to knowing take the move action incipient to knowing if someone is there may be beneficial. As later on, if we find him, it'll be in the process of the movement, and this doubts that the 2 extra, the being able to stop and make another move action for free is not necessarily going to help much. But now it shall. Save that move action. Or perhaps it doesn't matter, because the move action is the one with the greater move. If we only use the move action to move 2, we can't then use sidestep for the other 8. So if we're going to just take a... Or maybe, because we can stop the move action and then decide to keep on moving, there wouldn't be a need to have to stop the move action there. Anyway, we'll use the sidestep later. Oops. Alright, go in here. So we're going to check that zone. See if Mordred's still over there. No one in there. I'm going to check that zone. He's gone! Mordred's gone. We're in this square now. Mordred's gone, and now... Now we can check this zone. Death. Nope. Which is... Oh, these. The perimeter of more geometrical figures. Let's try to... We're going to maybe fly to see if he's up here. And cross over. Oh, maybe he's hiding in one of these. Would he have stayed there this whole time? Yeah, well, let's take a quick look just to see if he's over there. Then come back, see these. We're going to fly. We need to fly 4. Let's go 4 here. And then we'll have moved 1. And that'll be 5 of the 10 movement on the way, and we're 5 high. And then we'll be able to come 5 back down to the ground. No, we're 4 high, 5 of the movement. We're moving 4 from the square in which we were the part of the movement we used 1 movement and we did not fly. So now we're moving 4 more to a total of 5 movement, but only 4 of which is into the air, which is enough. See up this. See that? No, he's not in there. Check that. Now we can check this zone. It's not in there. Alright, so that's all there. So we're going to come back 5. Be here. Be here. That's the 10 movement. Now we can use sidestep, and we can now see these 3. We're not quite stopping yet. We have 2 more movement. Let's start. We went here. Right, that puts us in this zone. We put, that's our zone peg in there. We put our zone peg in there. We can see this zone. We're going to check it. We're not in it. We can see it. If you were in this zone, you would check the square in front of the entrance to that room. See if anyone's looking at you. And in this room, the patient is preparing to inject another patient. We keep them to, this is a ward, and it's a slave's quarters? Never mind. This was Arkham Asylum for a moment. Hello. After looking across the room, went over here, so he was gone. Flew 5 over here. What? How did we lose him? Well, which way did he go? He could have only gone 10. 10, he could have gone either way. He could have gone this way or that way, and this chose to go back here. And inspect these rooms. Running all over the place. Wonder Woman's turn. Team Mascara. The mascara. Check this zone. I can see that zone. We're not in it. For any opposing characters, no. In case they just walked by you. Mordru is a giant and therefore can ignore characters for movement purposes. For movement purposes, but not for all purposes. That's only Diana there. Only Diana there. To take out, remove, extricate Mordru's presence in these zones. Be reborn, a hero, and not the kind of waters that saunters through the rewarding marish woods of the Germanic forests. No, no. Cavorting with a bear. Mordru is in no zones. Wonder Woman's turn. To check this zone for Wonder Woman can see it. No one's in there. Wonder Woman is not in it, however, can see it. This zone, however, Wonder Woman can see and is in. And that's Wonder Woman. Let's go to the top here and then scan down. Wonder Woman has no actions available. Wonder Woman has to clear but can sidestep. Let's have you sidestep up here. Did we check this one? Still only you in there. I don't think you're still in there. You're in here now. You are no longer in this zone. You can now see that square. And no one there. Container for encasing lid. That is Wonder Woman's turn. sidestepped here, and cleared. Wonder Woman's turn. So it seems for now, not so much of the canopy container casing lids, one of which a square of blocking terrain that is closer to the particular translucent Greek five-blade canopy container lid of the quadrilateral geometrical variety, cube or otherwise, that either is or contains the slot that is inserted into which and might be extricated from which the peg representing the character. Line of sight, remember, check. This is Wonder Woman. You can see diagonally. We're going to check the diagonal area occupancy. Container, diner. Yeah, well, a diner. That includes murder. Not murder. That's not correct. Obstructing terrain that represents or contains the translucent Greek five-blade slot that inserted into which is the peg representing the character. You cannot see that one anymore because of this blocking terrain, and that this one is too closer to this edge of the board than the square and the parts of the perimeter of this particular the quadrilateral geometrical object representing the square that contains the slot inserted into which is the peg representing the character is close to the particular parts of the perimeter for the other quadrilateral geometrical structure of translucent Greek five-blade canopy lid container frames from this square that is of the two squares away from blocking terrain and closer to this edge of the board and of particular parts of the perimeter for this quadrilateral geometrically structured Greek five-blade container chassis container frame casing from other quadrilateral geometrical structured translucent Greek five-blade canopy lid casing containers that continue to the point that one of those squares are blocking terrain. We're going to check this here. Only still Wonder Woman in there. These can be all closed, like a rubber illusion. You check now? What's the point? And now we check this zone. Still only Wonder Woman. Still only Wonder Woman. And let's have Wonder Woman sidestep, taking one of that sidestep to look in here. So now we can see this zone. One in there. No, nobody in there. This is not to configure the board so that you can place objects and relics here, but there is a relic in this square on the map. This can see them on the map. And that's Wonder Woman's lasso in there. Wonder Woman would now know it's... How did that get there? How did that get there? Okay. So let's sidestep one in here. Try to pick that up. Now we're no longer in those zones. We're in this square that is also a master square, so we won't put the zone peg in there. We will withdraw from this zone, and this zone, and that zone. Step off the map. Do what you want. And we have an action. Now we have an action. I can try to pick this up. Rolling to pick up my beep damn lasso. I'm going to look around. Sidestepped. Here, noticed the lasso. Decided to complete the sidestep move. Here, dropping off the map. Put Mindless Slaughter back on the map. It's now rolling to pick up my beep damn lasso. Misses it. Wherever this wizard is, I hope somehow he knows by wizard eyes clairvoyance that he's a dead man. Wonder Woman's turn. We're in this zone. Let's check that zone. No one in there. Which means Wonder Woman's character peg being in the master square indicates that you are in that square and the only person in this room. I guarantee you, I am the best goddess in this room. Let's have you sidestep out of that room. Take one, go here. Let's open that. Right, I'm going to check this zone. No one in there. And we're going to check this zone. We've got a wizard. It's Mordru. Mordru's in the zone. We found you. Gecko-eyed ColecoVision time. Catskill, Brisbane. It's about to get crazy here. Now there is the task of checking this zone for a wizard. How would you know? You were always busy fighting wizards. Trying to sell you telephone service. The implant to embed the technology in the base of your skull is so painless, it's no wonder we're number one. Oh, no. Now I'm sure we don't want this service. Are you sure? We offer an incredibly low rate on optical and neuro-optical and brain surgeries and severing of the spinal choroidal fluid sac at extremely low prices over an extremely extrusive, extended period of time. No, I'm pretty sure I don't want that service. I think you're going to be fine. Get left in the digital dust. Eat the detestable, vile, oaksome fluids that spews forth from the Spremnon and Germanic woods. You're going to be left performing human blood sacrifice rituals with a maltodendron. Can you say maltodextrose? Because when I find you, I'm going to shove maltodextrose down your face hole. I will punch out your face hole and rip out your vocal cords. Your rubber bits. It's like Meow Mix, but for robots. Robots eat cat food. What else would they eat? They have to download livers. They're going to have to. They call them dialysis machines. Oh, Ed boy, you look so suave. Oh, so there you are, 3/2 quarters of the modern crystal bed munch onion dark chaotic magic Ed boy. 3/4 half of a shy full moon Ed boy. A half flap of a flapjack and a full card of trump deck Ed boy. Vaguely foreign, I'm presumably a foreign metaphor for, there you are. Oh, so there you are, Madman Crass of a Gaddafi head boy. Madman Crass of the Congress House of Representatives, UN Council Board, delegated diplomatic duties head boy. I'll pull back this tarp and reveal John Bog. He's got stratosphere dust in his eye. I'm going to punch you so hard you're not going to be able to see anything but the aurora borealis for the rest of your life. It's like the ocean of vision. The conch shell. You punch a conch shell, you hear the ocean. Is that not it? Oh, so there you are, 3-1 short of a full-story Harry Potter Ed boy. Oh, so there you are, long since been the days and days past of musical answering machine messages using Ed boy. Whatever. This recalls when answering machines were first started to become popular. Everyone had to record a musical. Hello, you've reached Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. We're not available. Leave your call, leave your name and message. We'll get back on the dial today or tomorrow. Anytime it's convenient, I presumably will do it at our leisure. Right, honey? That's right. Beep. Oh, how unceremonious. It was quite ceremonious, maybe anticlimactic. It's the word this is using. The crescendo of the digital age and its prometheonic ascent from the drudgery, man's fledgling neuro-optical fire rate, frayed central nerve circuits deviating, alternate side parking rules in effect. Perceptual nerve clatter for work in progress, clatter vrada nictoing, it's the nyan squad, enunciate, burgeoning, twisted, ligatured flesh pin prick, hand cranked electrical generator, shock tart, tail stabilized, bag dragging, burgeoning, blossoming perception of dignity and preference to be something, to refine, to coming to find meaning by the panacea wrought of the tapestry of flesh constantly bubbling and shifting with chaos and mutation caused forth by powers dark, inscrutable, possibly incomprehensible to such lowly creatures as human beings. Let's check this sound. Let's check that sound just in case. No wizard in there. We have found Mordru. Let's sidestep again. I want the other to take the other move with a sidestep just to be a little closer to you. This could not see Mordru at the beginning of the turn, but if this takes a move action now, it can see Mordru at the beginning of the action. Charge him after making a movement at this point. Sidestep and find someone should you be able to take a move action. This is going to say that you must, to be able to take a move action and then charge someone, you must not be able to target them or see them, rather, at the beginning of the action, not the beginning of the turn. And now this is made a sidestep. This can see Mordru. Now this must be within the correct range to charge him. You have 11 range. Do you have charge? Charge, sidestep, and flurry. So we sidestepped. We saw you got closer. Now we have to be within 6, which really gives us a charge range of 8. We could charge you from 8 away. Right? You'd have to be here. Or 9, since the character is actually occupying the 9th square that is further, the 9th square away from the translucent Greek fireflame polymer canopy lid container frame casing containing the pod or the chute, the tube, the ventricle receptacle, the slot embedded, inserted in which, and in this case extricated from which, is the peg representing the character. He is outside that range. He's 12 away. It might take all my movement to get to him. How can I could base him. Would that be such a good idea? He has outwit. However, we are the same point value, and Wonder Woman has a trait that says he cannot be targeted by probability control or outwit if Wonder Woman is, unless the character using outwit or probability control is of a higher point value or has the deity keyword. And Mordru meets neither of that criteria. Thus, it might be... It's not safe to base him, but this is going to... Because I'm a god, I have 11 movement, which should allow me to move. He's 9 away, but I should be able to move. The 11... He's 12 away, I can move the 11 required to get to him. There we go. I can ignore characters for movement purposes, so let's get him over here as close to that edge of the map as possible, because that's where he can go and escape my vision most easily. He might not have the speed to get here around this corner. He is phasing teleport, so he can move in any direction and escape me, but be closer to that edge. Here. I'm stopping now. Put a zone pig here with Mordru. We've got dark magicians to one side and Yu-Gi-Oh! Got black magic to one side and ancient Egyptian deviation of the flesh god cards to the left, and I'm stuck in the middle with you, dude. Stuck in the middle with you. Oh, ooh, yeah. Oh. Anything else? We are also in and can see this zone. I based you. Based you. Conceal that, and the turn is over. You would then tell the opponent, as you turn the board around, now that you're going to turn the board around, that you are now based with me, so that you don't try, he has phasing teleport? No, he doesn't. You could inform him of that. Knowing he has phasing teleport, mayhaps it is pointless to do that. Wonder Woman took a sidestep, and oh my goodness, there he is! And there it is! The dark wizard this was looking for! He took my lasso! And my car keys! I own a car? I mean my jet keys! That was sidestep. Now we based him. Here. Here, closer to that edge. Oh, I tremble at my power, for I am a god. And these are your two tokens. You have the dark ones, you have the light ones. Wonder Woman's about to give you the Files, Pharaohs, and Pharaoh Thunder Thelanons of Fists. Wonder Woman's turn. Watch his owns. Let's check. Is Mordru still here? Mordru's still there, and he cleared. So would have heard that he clears. You would tell your opponent that you're clearing. Or they wouldn't necessarily know if you made a move or not. In any case, he's still there. And check the zone anyhow. Sure. Mordru and I. Yeah. Mordru. You can see this zone. Check that zone. Check his zones. Only Wonder Woman. Not in that zone. I could look around. Check this zone. See if there's anyone in there. This won't do that this time. This has to clear. This shall check these zones. Check the Huskell. Wonder Woman has no actions to get pizzazz and the strength of 10 llamas. But does that mean that does that mean you have the strength as if you took the muscular tissues of 10 llamas and devoted all of their energy into doing something, or all of their work into doing something, as if you were the power of 10 llamas just applied to whatever it is you're doing through the implied ether precedent deflection architecture of a human being, or just you're as effective as 10 llamas at doing something. It was an episode of Andy Milonakis where one of the characters said, "You'll have the strength of 10 llamas." This infers with the pretext of aiding whoever Andy Milonakis was meant to, or the character that is often portrayed in the Andy Milonakis show as opening a jar of horseradish or relish or some such thing. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either. This would suspect that if it did mean you had the effectiveness of 10 llamas at opening a jar, it wouldn't matter how strong you are, unless you intend to shatter it. That would result in the translucent Greek fireflame polymer, or more likely ceramic supercooled liquid forming special moves, electrostatic repulsive properties, ultraviolet, ultraviolet, publicity, premosteno, overcodene, idemi, Francisco, Zabakbes, Bakut, Margane, idemi, Francisco, Jesus, ide ushkolona, barberos, sa, alkoholona, Jesus, ide ushkolona, upoveriti, or Jesus, ide nashkol, upoveriti. Indicating representing the local mechamelia case. Yeah. Dioxide, obnoticus, ultraviolet radiation obstructing, obnoticus obstructing with your dioxide, silicon crystal, quartz crystal lamination, semiconducting silicon. Yeah. So we still have it there. Just in case. Wouldn't necessarily do this in a game. For exhibition purposes, let's pretend there might be other characters. Chickadee check it. Point. Resuming its diatribe regarding the approaching diagramless electrochemical bond scale state of silicon containers, glass jars containing comestibles of some sort, delicacies or culinary accompaniment, condiments, if you will. They're like the base of food. Wonder Woman cleared. Looked around.
Did you notice anything new?
No, still dumbass giant wizard. Mad woman.
Pulse waving.
That's 8.
Whoever disturbeth the Jesus token shall regret it throughout time, interminably, without end.
That's superfluous. Redundant.
Silence!
8. That hits 8. 11. That hits 19. She has 18 defense. That's a pulse wave for 4 damage. I don't think you have any unignorable powers. 4 damage. Go blimey. One should announce that you're making an attack. They might infer from saying pulse wave that you're making an attack. 4 damage. Oh, snap. That's awful. And no defenses because that's a pulse wave with 4 range and giant reach. I chose pulse wave. Did you see that? Did you see that? Right, and mystics, you don't take mystics when you use pulse wave. God shouldn't be playing around with dark magic anyhow. Demi-goddesses.
Quiet, you petty parochialistic admonition-rife windbag!
How dare you! Somebody bloody pulse waved my ovine incontinental buttocks. Somebody pulse waved me. He's still there. He's still there. Pulse waving. I have flurry now. I had flurry before. Now I only have flurry. It's a definite loss. It'd be funny if 5 clicks in, I'll still beat you to a bloody, hairy, ubermensch-like pulp. The snow white bearded pulp. Check the zones. Still only you and more do. And check that one. And it's that guy. I'll beat you. You will be beaten to your very first pulp. Check the zone. Check the zone. Check the zone. You already know where the guy is. But we're going to look anyhow. Because this prepares to. One where you find him. Now look no further, fella, you found him.
Are you Mordu, the otter?
Just because I'm magical doesn't mean I have attention deficit disorder.
Uncabbageable. Who could have predicted? A dark chaos lord magic wizard otter. Demi-goddess supremacist. The stereotypic... A demi-goddess. The chaos lord wizard's natural enemy. Chaos wizard. You playing with dark magic? You doing the Sherpa? Spremnamen? Stop it. Nobody gets to turn plants into sprites of lightning, random nucleotide polymorphisms on my watch. Gotta get your beta-lactam buttocks out of here. I'm gonna get down when I got bifocal curious on. No one's ever gonna have sprites. Here's a cotillion, gazebo, bow down and pay homage. You rather detestable, unscrupulous, disgusting, vile, tainted, devoid of all the decorum that this infers. As often humanity, or that as an allegory or paralleling the Heimwillhammer of Rise normative social influence among other implements of social order and domination, wielded by modern tangential ancient archetypal structures of authority, might be bent to by such Heimwillhammer of horizon normative social influence among other implements of social order and domination wielded by modern tangents of ancient archetypal structures of authority, or mayhaps just plain old ancient archetypal structures of authority, other implements of social order and domination, such as that of the Planitia rot of the tapestry of flesh constantly bubbling and shifting with chaos and mutation, possibly the chaos and mutation. Hard swarth by powers dark, inscrutable, possibly incomprehensible to such lowly creatures as mere mortal human beings, or taphophobic chaos wizards. Hey! Dog, talk about a flip a butter side up. Show this mother yucker how to rock a break. Hey! Tisdale, bring Brisbane, cotillion on your Tisdale. I might be Greek, but I got some ancient Athens and some ancient equilibrium and some carbon liquid J for your blitzkrieg. I'll show you. I'm gonna show you. Coke is gonna show you some Brussels sprouts, and we've got words that mean vegetables for your ancillary so colloquial language. Plunge it into oblivion. A vegetable Sicilian. You have nothing. Every time I drop this ancient Greek mystical sword, I'm stunted. I'm stunted in my psychological, my ability to speak words of the timing and within the specific intervals of one another that express the qualities of beauty, the exceptional performance, psychological performance that commands the ancient archetypal structures of consciousness that avail such meaning to qualities that demonstrate qualities that either are or may be ancillary to or embedded at lift furiate into from being a component of or part of the foundation of such behavior patterns, achievements, accomplishments, feats, and faculties that play some imperative or integral role in humanity's perennial existence. We found Mordru, and that's what's important. Now I'm going to attempt to beat the ever-loving stuffing out of Mordru. You have Blade's Claws, not Flurry. Oh, no Flurry. Then Blade's Claws. We're attacking you with Blade's Claws. Pull out a sword right here. That's 6 and 3, 9. That hits you. I would hit a 19. You had a 19. You have 18, so I hit you. Now for the Blade's Claws roll. You do not have probability control yet. Not that you could use it. 5! You have Impervious. If you get a 5... No! 6! That's Impervious. You're Impervious. I would have taken Mystics anyhow. Diana needs some Pulse Wave. It's not fair. There's your action token. Second action. Any last words? Yeah, La Madre. What? 6. That hits a 17. What is... Think that Diana's defense is 17 out. That's 17. That hits you. And that's another 4 damage. Still alive! That's 8 damage without any damage reduction or elimination. That might be the last click, but that's alive. You're there. You're alive. And you don't get mystics, but good night. You have to stare at this person who's just sitting there. You're pulse waving. What do you? You never get the job. How is this possible? I've thrown you the power of the sun. It's destroyed the planet. And you're just standing there. Oh, yeah, hey, would you care for some Mudhonian, pink Mudhonian, modern crystal bed Mudhonian, dark chaotic magic sprutched and broketh off the one way of your either being or paralleling pathetic human one-way digestional tract? Oh, yeah, no, it happened, oh, no. And checking the adjacent square, and it's Mordru prattling on about how invulnerable Wonder Woman is, Diana. 8 damage and still kicking. It's got an attack power. Check the zones. Only Mordru and Diana. Check this one. Only Diana. No sidestep. At the end of your opponent's turn, deal 1 penetrating damage to every character who has not made an attack that is within 2 squares of Wonder Woman. Right, so at the end of the opponent's last turn, that was the turn of one in which, incipient in which is the end of that turn where he's making an attack. He's pulse waving me for the second time, separated by this person's failed attempt to attack this dark magic lord with a sword. Incipient in which is the frame of reference where he's pulse waving. The frame of incipient which is the other turn of the other character, and incipient in that and separated from it by not another turn of Mordru's is Mordru's turn, and the cycle of Diana and Mordru's turn. We're going to check all these. So, madness. It is, whose turn is it? Diana's turn. It's Diana. So, let's see. If Mordru cannot attack or run away at the end of the next turn, of its next turn, it's going to take penetrating damage. Good night, about bloody time. Somebody should be taking some damage around here. It'd be funny if Diana beats Mordru on the last click. It wouldn't even... Mayhaps now change its strategy. If this hits Mordru now, Diana will be defeated. Diana cannot possibly beat Mordru with an attack unless Mordru is within a few clicks of being KO'd. Then they could KO each other. But if Diana makes any attacks or deals Mordru any damage with an attack, mystics. That will be the end of Mordru, out of Diana. But she has that power where she can deal damage without making attacks, which is unusual. That may come into maybe useful, ancillary, and conducive to success. Fight. Let's try to attack this guy. I have close combat expert. If this hits him with an attack that deals damage, Diana will lose the game. Let's increase damage, use that close combat expert to increase damage more so than attack, completely damage, so that if it does hit Mordru successfully, it will at least deal as much damage as possible. As close to victory as you can get without failing. So that's 10 on your 18, likely for 5 damage. Funny if you got a critical hit. That's 10 with doubles, but that won't knock over a giant. So that probably, let's see if that deals damage. If it doesn't deal damage, then you don't get mystics, I don't think. Mordru will now roll his impervious. Does not get it. So that's 5 damage. And it doubles. Can't knock over a giant, though. And he'll negate 2 of it, so he'll take 3 damage. Right, now he has... That's some damage for you. Oh, you hit me once, so now Diana will take mystics. That's the end. That's Diana. And that was the story of Diana versus Mordru.
Is that the best the gods can do? Quiet before I let you on fire and rip your arms off!